Hello, girls, guys, or otherwise. This is Rich, and welcome to another Tarot Talk Tuesday. Today, we are going to be reviewing and revealing the Liminal Spirits Oracle by Laura Tempest Sackcroft. This is one that goes, at least as far as I've been told, goes hand in hand with Weave the Liminal. Um, it says here, the magical artwork of Liminal Spirits Oracle connects you to the wisdom of the witch, so you can tap into the spirit realm and the deeper energies within yourself, featuring the ethereal art of Lord Tempest Sackcroft, author of Weave the Liminal and Sigil Witchery, which I have read most of Sigil Witchery as of the recording, or as of this recording. I'm recording this in February. I have Weave the Liminal, and I have not yet opened that book to read it. This deck can be used as a system of divination, a tool for spellcraft, a means to commune with liminal spirits, and a focus for meditation. So this includes a 42 card deck and a full color guidebook. So, and this is put out by Llewellyn. So let me go ahead and take you guys down to the nether regions, and we are going to go through this deck and review it and reveal some of the artwork. I've already looked at some of the artwork and it's fantastic. So yes, let's go ahead and take you down to the nether regions. Okay, now you are in the region of the nethers. So anyway, here is the box that the Liminal Spirits Oracle comes in by Laura Tempest Sackcroft, which is spirit cards. So I kind of love this. It has a very witchy vibe. A little bit about the packaging. I love a good package. Nice magnetic box. You know, this is one that I think would be well suited to stay in its box just like that, because it is a nice box. I have too many decks nowadays that I cannot make a pouch for each one of them, so we're going to go ahead and slide that aside for a second. And this is the gateway to the liminal spirits. Like I said, I think this is to be used alongside the Weave the Liminal book. And we have a picture of the artist, an attractive woman. I believe Laura identifies as a female and uses the pronouns she and her. I do believe. I don't want to assume, but a very attractive individual, to be sure. So, and from everything that I've heard of her, she is a wonderful individual, or they are a wonderful individual. And this is the first edition, first printing. It was done in 2020. I got this at the end of 2020, I believe it was, pretty sure. I would have to look back, but I'm pretty sure that's whenever I got it. I got this down whenever I was in Delaware at a little shop. So let's go ahead and look through this book here. We have a little welcome, working with the deck, meet the groups, and it has outliers, rites, places, trees, herbs, scale, slither, and swim, wings, fur fauna, artifacts. And without reading this, I don't really know what all that means. Using the oracle to commune with spirits. I mean, she goes into a lot here on this. Pulling a single card for divination and meditation, 3-card divination, a 5-card spread for divination, also known as the compass spread, spellcraft and oracle. So she does touch on spellcrafting with this deck. Loving it. The oracle as a guide to path construction. So I'm kind of intrigued by this, and I really want to read this before I go and quote unquote play with the cards. And then we get into the cards. So we have an image of the card here, and then we have the name of the card, and we have messages, and yeah. Let's see, for the gateway, I'm just going to read this here. It says, we begin our journey by crossing through a gateway or threshold and setting our feet upon a path. The gateway at the crossroads, where two or more roads meet, is a place of choice and possibility. I'm not going to read all of it. And then it gives some messages and a little notes section for you. And it looks like it does that with, does it do it with every card? Yes, it seems to do that with every card. So, really kind of loving that. I've said in the past, I don't need a full picture of the card, and I definitely don't need a full picture and color with the card, but it is much appreciated. So, we have that. Let's see what else we got here. Recommended resources for further study, which includes Weave the Liminal, the Witch's Tools series by Llewellyn, Under the Witching Tree by Corinne Boyer, The Witching Herbs by Harold Roth, and A Compendium of Herbal Magic by Paul, I don't know how to pronounce Paul's last name, Beyerl. So, and then it has a little thing here if you'd like to write to the author. So that is always nice. So yeah, kind of loving that. So a nice little book there. And how many pages is that in total of content, of actual content, is 150 pages. It also has a conclusion. So, including the conclusion, 150 pages. So, nice book, nice size book there. Okay, let's get out the cards. So, first things first. Love that they're using minimal amounts of plastic. Always much appreciated. Looking at the backs here, we have very, very colorful backs. I don't think that there are uprights and reversals in this. Since it is an oracle deck, it's not something you usually find. Giving a size comparison here, we have large cards. I don't know why, but for some reason I've been getting large cards. I went on kind of a buying spree at the end of 2020, so yeah, just a little bit of one. But yeah, larger on the width, longer on the length. So this is your typical Rider-Waite-Smith deck. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. And let me clean up my little area here so we can go ahead and zoom you guys in here. And that should work. So I kind of love the, let me get some light on here. Oh, it's going to be too glossy. It does have a little bit of a gloss, does have a little bit of a thickness to it. Similar to the Rider-Waite-Smith thickness, I would say. But yeah, it does have a little bit of a gloss to that. So can't really do extra lighting on this. But look at this artwork. Lord Tempest Zakroft. Let's talk a little bit about what an amazing artist she is. Again, I am guessing at the pronoun that Laura uses, but and I do apologize if I get the pronoun incorrect. I mean, look at the artistry of this. It is beautiful and so well done. And I know that this camera is not picking up and doing justice to the artwork, but it looks as if these were actually done on, looks like canvas. By the way that it's printed, it looks like it was probably done on canvas first, and then transferred to being a card. So, and I kind of can't wait to work with this deck because it is so outside of the actual type of oracle, or the type of tarot deck that I usually go for. The artwork is just different. It's a little abstract, a little kind of ethereal in parts. And I'm not a snake fan. I don't like slithery. Toads I don't have a problem with. Salamanders I'm okay with. It's snakes. I don't like snakes. But yeah. I mean, the artwork in this is just beautiful, and I'm probably going a little fast, especially since I don't have anything to compare it to as far as a comparison deck, like I do with the regular tarot decks. And that's a death head moth, I do believe. And then the honeybee. And I'm intrigued enough that I will definitely want to read the book to this before venturing in too far. I kind of love that goat. Oh my gosh. That is a wonderful looking goat. And then we have crystal, metal, clay, fiber, bone, and mushroom. A wonderful looking deck. I absolutely love the artwork to this. Again, it's not one that I would be able to pick up and immediately, let me readjust you there, that I would be able to pick up and immediately go to as for a reading. It would definitely be one that I would have to sit there, read the book, figure out what everything means before actually really working with it, or I'd have to work in tandem with the book. As far as shuffleability, a little bit more difficult because they are longer cards. If you have little tiny hands, if you have itty bitty Trump hands, you're not going to be able to shuffle these. If you have bigger hands, you're probably going to be like me and you're going to struggle a little, but overall it could be doable. I mean, you can, I mean, whenever you get them to shuffle, they shuffle like a dream. But, I mean, you can always do the shuffling them like this. You know, you can do it that way if you prefer that way. Or you can shuffle them like this. And I'm bad at shuffling like this, but you can shuffle them like this if you wish. Or you can just do the whole, oh, and that lends itself to a really weird look. But yeah, you can do the whole table, spread them out and everything to get a good shuffle, a good mix. Now to try to get them all settled. But I absolutely love the artwork on this. I could use this as a painting in my house. I definitely would. And these, if I were to take scans of these, I would totally put these images in a book of shadows or a grimoire, especially if you wanted to do like a little, almost like an altar card in your grimoire. It would be fantastic for that. if you're doing this as an altar card, fantastic for an altar card. You can definitely like stick this up on your altar if you're doing a little time working. If you are doing any work with oak, or if you are celebrating the Oak King, that would be something that you could use for that. Or if you're putting in your book of shadows something about cedar and how cedar can be used in your craft, this would be a fantastic background to have, to do a nice scan of this, print it out on a page, and then write around it or whatnot. It would be amazing to do that. So just some things that you can do with this deck. Or if you are able to, if you have the capability to, buy a second one of these and you can plop that right in, like paste it right into your Book of Shadows, would be fantastic as well. I probably wouldn't do that. I'd probably go the scan route just because of the thickness of the cards and whatnot, make it easier on yourself. But that would just be me. Anyway, lots of possibilities with this deck. Kind of cannot wait to sit down, read this book, and sorry for bumping the mic there if you heard that. I cannot wait to read this book and get a little bit more involved in this, as well as reading Weave the Liminal. I know that Cara from the Pagan Perspective has read that, and she, or they, I'm sorry, have recommended reading that book. So I actually went out and got it. I was, and still am, about halfway through Sigil Witchery, you know, coming up with symbols of your own and whatnot, and how to use those in spell work and crafting and whatnot. So, yeah, I love Laura Tempest Sackcroft as an author, and I'm loving Laura as an artist, and I cannot wait to work with this deck. That's actually one reason why I'm doing this in February, is because I have decks that I have not gotten to work with because of my own rule of not working with the deck until I've reviewed it and revealed it and all that stuff. So if you have worked with Laura's work, either Sigil Witchery or Weave the Liminal, let me know in the comments below. If you have gotten this deck and you enjoy it, let me know in the comments below. If you got this deck and don't like working with it, let me know in the comments below. If you haven't gotten this deck and you want it or you don't want it, let me know by leaving a comment below. And while you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Appease the algorithmic gods of YouTube by hitting that like button. And until next time, may you have love, hugs, and ladybugs. Bye-bye.